I just recreated these Mr. Beast thumbnails in under 2 minutes, that too without having any design skills. They look practically identical except mine has my face in it. And here is the crazy part. I did not touch Canva or Photoshop to create this. Today I'm going to show you exactly how to create thumbnails using this AI tool that could compete with the biggest creators on the platform. We will cover everything from structuring prompts that actually work to training custom characters so your face appears consistently on every thumbnail you create. I will also show you how to exactly recreate a thumbnail of your favorite creator using this AI tool but with your own twist to it. By the end of this video, you will have exact system I used to create professional thumbnails like this within minutes. Okay, let's be honest. You can have the most amazing content on the internet, but if your thumbnail doesn't grab people's attention, if it doesn't stop people scrolling on the internet, then that is a wasted video. Changing just the thumbnail alone can sometimes take your views from 100 to 10,000. The problem is that creating these professional thumbnails used to require expensive softwares or hiring designers, which most creators who are starting out cannot afford. I used to spend hours on Photoshop on creating these thumbnails that look decent, but it's nowhere compared to what big creators used to do. That is exactly why this AI thumbnail generator is a game changer. The tool I'm talking about is the AI thumbnail generator from Viral Video Spy, and let me show you how to create thumbnails using this tool, starting with how to give the correct prompt to this tool. Once you go to this tool, the first thing that you see is the prompting window. The biggest mistake I see people make is giving it generic prompts like a man sleeping on a bird or an aircraft landing on runway. That's like asking a designer to read your mind and you will come up with generic results every time. Instead, you need to structure your prompts using these three elements, which I call the SEC framework. So it starts with setting your scene, adding the emotions that you want to convey, and finally describing the character that you need. So let's see this in action. We will first start with the character. A young man in early 20s with clean cut appearance and styled hair, wearing casual dark clothing, leaning forward over poker table with hands positioned as if it just made a winning move. Chips within reach, confident smirk with slight head tilt. Then set the emotion. Intense direct eye contact with camera, one eyebrow slightly raised showing cockiness and control. Lastly, describe the scenes, which means the environment, the background and the composition you want in the shot. So something like dark background with dramatic spotlight lighting, poker table surface with scattered poker chips and cards visible, low angle shot from the table level looking up at the subject. And this prompt gave me a result like this. Now if you're wondering how my face is in that thumbnail, I will tell you about that in the next section. But do you see the power of this framework? It will give you better results than generic prompts every single time. So if you want to create prompts like this, just ask ChatGPT to create one for you based on your video idea. But ask it to create based on this scene, emotion and character framework. Now let me show you how to add your character into this image so that you will get a consistent face on your images every single time you generate, just like this. This is where most AI thumbnail generation tool fails, but Viral Video Spy actually nails it. Here is how it works. First, you need to create a trained character. For that, you need to click on this button and upload several of high quality photos of the character you want to create. This can be the character in different light settings, different backgrounds, but try to make the faces consistent and of higher quality. Don't include multiple faces in the videos that you give because it can confuse the AI. Also, don't upload recent images and then images of the same character 10 or 5 years ago. That would mess up the training. So once you upload that and give your name for the character, and then the training process would take about 4 to 5 minutes before it completes, but it's worth every second. Once trained, every thumbnail you generate can include your face in it with perfect consistency. This means you no longer need to click photos to create better thumbnails. You select this trained character and boom, there you are in whatever thumbnail scene that you described. And while uploading, you have to keep in mind that you have to upload 30 photos for better results. The style training also works in a similar way. So what it does is that it helps you create a consistent styles for the thumbnails that you generate. So you can upload up to 10 examples of the thumbnails that you love. Make it consistent. Don't make it vastly different from each other. That would mess up the training. Now you can apply this style to any of the images that you create by just clicking on that drop down and selecting the style you want. Now let's try something fun with this. First, I'm going to create a Mr. Beast style by uploading 10 of Mr. Beast thumbnails. Now once we have the Mr. Beast thumbnail ready, I'm going to create a new character training for someone like Margot Robbie. You see where I'm going with this? Now we can integrate Margot Robbie right into a Mr. Beast style thumbnail. That is amazing. Now let's see how to recreate the thumbnails of other creators as I've shown in the intro of the video. For using this feature, you have to click on the recreate window. Now you can select any thumbnail from YouTube and copy that video URL here to extract that thumbnail. And then if you have the trained character selected, you can recreate it with that character's face on it. But here is the brilliant part, that you can control the inspiration level. A high inspiration means that your results will be very close to the original. The medium level of inspiration gives you a similar image but with a bit more variation, and the low inspiration uses it as a loose reference point and gives you a completely different image. I don't know if you get the power of this tool, because instead of guessing for hours on what thumbnail to make and what thumbnails will work, you could actually reverse engineer what is already working and adapt it to your content needs. You are not copying, you are just exploring what works, taking inspiration from them, but you are using it with AI. What you need to understand is this is AI, and AI has its limitation. You cannot get the best results every single time. That is why Viral Video Spy has an inbuilt AI thumbnail editor. Now you can use this edit window to change anything. Change the lighting, change the background color, change the shirt color, change the color of the text, and all you need to do is just have the conversation with this AI agent and it will just automatically do it for you. So once you have generated the thumbnail using the prompting or recreation window, you will have the option to edit the image like this. So once you click on that, it will take you to the editing window. Now let's say I like everything about my thumbnail that I have generated, but I don't like the background color. So I can ask it to change the background, like make the background yellowish or something. Once we give that, the AI understands exactly what it needs to change and it changes only that aspect, keeping the rest of the image intact. As you can see, it just created that image with a different background. Now if you want to add text to this thumbnail, you could just ask it to add the correct text, like add a text saying win every single time on the top left, and it should be visible behind the character. So I'm giving this prompt and it generates this image, which is okay. But if you need better control of the text and where it is placed, you can use this rectangle or freestyle tool. So let me go back to the previous version. For that, you just need to click on the previous version in the revision section, or you can click on use this button on whichever version you prefer. So with that version selected, I'm going to click on the rectangle tool and draw a rectangle over the place that I want the text to be, and then I will give this prompt again, but I would tweak the prompt to specify the boldness and the color that I want. And after tweaking the prompts for a couple of times, I was able to get a result like this, which is very close to what I had in mind. Now if you want to remove something from the image, all you need to do is click on that free selection tool, draw a circle over the object that you want to be removed from the image, and then just say remove that thing from the image, and you will get an image without that thing. So you see the difference? So we started from here and we ended up getting an image like this, which is very cool. Now the text can be a little bit tricky to handle in AI tools. So what I recommend is that once you have the base image generated, you can use a tool like Canva or something like that to just place the text wherever you want. Now if you want to use this app, all you need to do is click the first link in the description. Right now I'm having a free trial offer for that may be for a limited time, I don't know. So Viral Video Spy is the tool that I have been building for the past 9 months, and we have actually added a lot more features. This thumbnail generator is just one of the features. There are tools like scripting agents, researching agents, outlier finders, and a lot more which you can explore using the free trial. Link will be in the description.